arrogance is the wealth killer. Many people do not know this truth. They pray for sustenance, they beg for opportunities, they work day and night, but deep inside their hearts there is a flame that burns everything they touch. It is not their job, it is not their family, it is not their destiny, it is their ego. And if you do not understand this, you will continue living in circles. You will watch others rise while you remain stuck. You will see doors open for everyone except you. Not because you are unlucky, but because your heart has become too proud to receive what our Almighty Creator wants to give you. Before you begin, I want you to pause and ask yourself a serious question. Are you willing to change how you think about wealth today? Are you willing to accept that perhaps everything you thought you knew about success is wrong? That maybe your whole life you have been running after money while the real blessing was running away from you? Because in this message, I will show you truths that can change your perspective forever. Wealth is not only numbers in a bank account. Wealth is a relationship with the provider of sustenance. Wealth is humility. Wealth is character. Wealth is knowing that if every human on this earth is against you, but our Lord is with you, then you are rich. Before we continue, type, "I love Allah" in the comments to show your love for the Lord of the worlds. Say it not for me, but for yourself. Because acknowledging your love for the Creator is the first step to receiving His mercy. There are people who start with nothing. They live in small rooms. They survive off the minimum. Their pockets are empty, but their hearts are soft. They wake up early, they pray, they ask for forgiveness, they do not look down on others, and they never pretend to be better than anyone. These people rise. They rise quietly, slowly but surely, until one day they look back and say, "How did I get here?" And the answer is simple: they were humble. And then there are people who begin with blessings. Perhaps they are talented, perhaps they have opportunities, perhaps they are born into wealth, but they walk with pride. They treat people harshly. They look down on the ones they think are below them. They criticize without mercy. They think that whatever they have was earned by their own brilliance. These people fall. They fall in ways that are terrifying. They lose friends. They lose peace. They lose respect. Eventually, they lose wealth. Some lose everything. And the saddest part is that they blame everyone except themselves. Arrogance is not shouting or yelling. Sometimes arrogance is silent. It is when you feel that others are beneath you. It is when you think that you deserve everything. It is when you stop asking for guidance because you believe you already know. That pride is poison. It blocks blessings before they reach your hands. It closes your ears before wisdom reaches your mind. It closes your heart before sustenance reaches your life. There are people who pray for wealth every night, but their attitude toward people is cruel. They ask the Creator to increase their provision while they insult His creation. How can a person insult the servants of the Lord and then expect the Lord to elevate him? If your heart whispers, "I am better," your rescue begins to die. And sometimes it does not die instantly. It dies slowly. Jobs begin to disappear. Business opportunities pass you by. Projects collapse. Friends distance themselves. Suddenly you have to work harder for less. And you think it is unfair. But in reality, the Lord of all is giving you a warning. He is gently breaking your arrogance before He breaks your life. He is taking away the things you boast about, so you may return to humility. Because humility is protection. Arrogance is self-destruction. Let me tell you something I learned from observing people for many years. Success is not always skill. Success is not always luck. Success is not always opportunity. Success is grace. And grace comes from humility. I have met people who are extremely intelligent, extremely talented, extremely capable, yet they remain stuck. The common factor is not their environment or their education, it is their ego. They think they deserve more than others. They believe they are entitled to easy success. They are offended by small tasks. They refuse to learn from those who know better, and because of this, blessings avoid them. Then I have met people who know very little. They do not have degrees. They do not have connections. They speak gently. They work hard. They show respect. They do not pretend to be experts. They are the ones who find doors opening for them again and again. Sometimes it looks like miracles, but it is not miracles. It is humility planting seeds in the unseen. Our Almighty Creator loves humility. The Lord is close to those who are gentle. When they pray, their prayers rise with sincerity. When they ask for wealth, their hearts are not stained with pride. And so their rizq comes. It comes from places they never imagined. Arrogance is the wealth killer because it corrupts intention. When a person becomes proud, they begin to chase wealth, not to serve the Lord, not to help others, not to create good, but to display it. They want to show off. They want to dominate. They want to feel superior. This intention kills barakah. Even if they earn money, that money becomes a punishment. It becomes a prison. They spend, but they do not feel satisfied. They buy, but they do not feel fulfilled. They travel, but they do not feel peace. They are rich externally, but empty internally. That is the worst form of poverty. Humility, on the other hand, makes small things look abundant. A humble person receives a little and thanks the provider. The Lord increases it. A proud person receives a lot and complains. The provider decreases it. Wealth is not measured by numbers. It is measured by peace, gratitude, and patience. This is why many people who look wealthy are drowning in debt, stress, and darkness. And many people who look simple are radiant with happiness and stability. Their hearts are content because they know that their sustenance does not depend on a salary or a company or a market. It depends on the one who created the heavens and the earth. You may think that arrogance only harms you spiritually. No, it harms you financially as well. In business, arrogance makes you refuse advice. It makes you ignore feedback. It makes you blame others instead of learning. It makes you burn bridges that could build your future. It makes you hire people based on ego instead of skill. It makes you lose investors because you think you are too important to negotiate. Ego blinds your eyes to opportunities and blinds your ears to wisdom. Humility is intelligence. It allows you to admit mistakes, to grow, to improve. Arrogance is stupidity. It traps you in what you already know, even if what you know is wrong. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine a young man who starts a business. His first month is difficult. He earns little. He feels discouraged, but he is humble. So he seeks help. He learns from those who succeeded. He studies what others are doing. He accepts criticism. He listens, he prays, he thanks the Lord even for the little he has. After some time, his business grows. Not easily, not instantly, but steadily. Now imagine another young man who starts the same business. His first month is also difficult, but his ego is loud. He refuses advice. He mocks people who earn less. He blames the market. He blames customers. He blames everyone except himself. He becomes frustrated. He quits. He fails. Both men had the same opportunity. One succeeded because he was humble. The other failed because he was proud. It does not matter what field you are in. Arrogance destroys blessings. I have seen students who were academically gifted but arrogant. They never studied consistently. They thought they knew everything. They looked down on classmates. Eventually, their grades collapsed. Meanwhile, average students who showed humility, respect, and discipline went on to achieve excellence. In families, arrogance ruins marriages. One partner refuses to apologize. They think admitting mistakes is weakness. They destroy their home because they cannot lower their ego. And then they cry when everything falls apart. Arrogance is a disease that does not only kill wealth, it kills relationships, opportunities, character, reputation. It kills your ability to grow. If you are unwilling to learn, you will be forced to repeat the same mistakes forever. And do you know what happens when arrogance meets hardship? The proud person complains. They become bitter. They blame fate. They blame people. They blame the world. They blame the Creator. They never blame themselves. And so hardship becomes punishment. But when humility meets hardship, something beautiful happens. The humble person learns. They adapt. They transform. They grow. And so hardship becomes training. Look at the lives of the prophets. None of them were arrogant. All of them were humble. They were men of dignity. They faced disrespect. They faced loss. They faced poverty. But they never thought they were above others. They never treated people with cruelty. They never claimed success as their own. They always said, "This is from our Lord." And that is why their stories survive until today. The arrogant kings who mocked them are forgotten. Their palaces are dust, their monuments are broken, their names are erased. But the humble servants of the Creator are remembered in every corner of the world. If you want wealth, begin here. Kill your ego. Lower your head in prayer. Admit your mistakes. Speak kindly. Respect people. Help those who cannot help you back. Be gentle. Say, "I do not know," when you do not know. Be open to learning. The Lord sees humility and rewards it. Arrogance is punished, not because the Lord wants to hurt you, but because He wants to purify you. Pride is the one thing that destroys a person before they even begin. And now I will say something that may shock you. Many people are stuck financially because they think they are too good to start small. They reject humble beginnings. They want instant success. They want a big salary on day one. They want a luxury lifestyle before they earn it. They are embarrassed to take entry-level jobs. They think certain work is beneath them. This mindset is poison. No matter who you are, no matter what you know, the path to greatness is always through humility. If you cannot sweep the floor, you will never own the building. If you cannot respect the one who teaches you, you will never surpass him. If you cannot bow your head, you will never lift your destiny. So ask yourself, how many blessings have you lost because of arrogance? How many friendships? How many opportunities? How many chances? How many doors? How many people tried to help you, but you ignored them? How many moments in your life were you seconds away from success, but your ego ruined everything? Think carefully. This reflection can save your future. And now let me guide you toward healing. Start by saying this from your heart. Our Creator, forgive me for every moment I thought I was better than anyone. Fix my heart. Remove pride from my soul. Increase my rizq and protect me from arrogance. When you speak to the Lord sincerely, the doors of sustenance begin to open. Not because you are perfect, but because you are humble. The Lord loves those who humbly return to Him. If this message touched you, pause and type, "I love Allah" in the comments. Do not be shy. Say it proudly. Declare it publicly. And also write your situation. Tell us what you are facing and how you hope to change. Someone will read it and pray for you. Someone will relate. Someone may save their life through your story. And if you are struggling, if you are lost, if you feel like wealth is far from you, remember this: you do not need to chase money. Chase humility. Money will follow. The Lord does not abandon a humble heart. And do not leave without understanding this final truth. The last point may hurt you, but it will save you. Arrogance is the biggest reason why many humans die poor, not because they lacked intelligence, but because they lacked humility. Do not repeat this mistake. If you reject humility now, your future will be filled with loss. If you embrace humility today, your life will transform forever. You decide. May the Lord bless your journey. May He open the hidden doors of your rizq. May He protect you from pride. And may you rise not through ego, but through grace. Remember to comment, "I love Allah," to show support to the channel, and to show your heart to the Creator.